What's up YouTube? In today's video, I will be putting the most popular Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances in a tier list. Now the first fragrance I'm going to be putting in the tier list is the original Le Male. This came out in 1995 and has been a very popular fragrance ever since. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, everybody was wearing this fragrance and it's something you would smell probably like 3 times a day. A lot of people say this fragrance is very outdated and just not modern and just a very kind of barbershop type scent. But to be honest, I actually really enjoy this fragrance. I used to have it. It was only the 40 milliliter and I actually ended up using like 90% of it and then just sold the rest. But it is a very good kind of minty lavender fragrance with a very nice vanilla jar down. I really enjoy the jar down. Some people say it kind of smells almost like hand sanitizer, but I don't get that at all. But my coworker did tell me one time that I do smell like Febreze, which probably isn't the best thing, but I think this is a great fragrance for I would say probably best for spring and honestly summer with that mint and lavender. It's a very nice combination and the DNA has been used a lot ever since its release. But yeah, it's not offensive at all. I feel like it could definitely be an everyday fragrance for school or work. I think it smells great overall. I would have to put this in the B tier. Now the next fragrance I want to talk about is Ultra Male. Now Ultra Male, this to me smells like a pear with vanilla blended perfectly. This also has that original DNA. It has the mint and lavender on the top, which I think goes really good. But this is a very loud, people say it's like a party fragrance. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but it's definitely something for going out. This is something that catches a lot of attention. So just know that this isn't very inoffensive kind of subtle fragrance. This is a loud, projecting, long-lasting, sweet bubblegum type fragrance. Something you should know is that there are a lot of clones of this. A very popular one is Offnon's 9 p.m. But I still believe that Ultra Male is definitely superior to any of those clones. But this, very fruity, very nice. The jar down, in my opinion, is one of the best from the Le Male line, if not the best. With that very, very smooth vanilla with that pear as well. Great fragrance. To be honest, whoa. I almost dropped it. To be honest, this one for me is gonna have to go in S tier. Alright, now the next one I want to talk about is Male Le Parfum, the black bottle. And to be honest, this fragrance I have a weird relationship with. I used to think it is the absolute most boring fragrance in the world. It smells like nothing. And then I started enjoying it more. I got that more of that like bubblegum, kind of like with that iris and cardamom was kind of getting my attention a little bit. But then I'm looking back at it and I'm comparing it to all the other Le Male fragrances. And to be honest, it's nothing special for me. People say this is by far the best one, and I just can't agree with that. I do have to say the cardamom and iris is pretty nice. It's also very sweet, but definitely not as sweet as something like Ultra Male or the Male Elixir. This is more of like a date night, kind of like a more professional Le Male fragrance, if that makes any sense. But this overall is a pretty good fragrance. I would say it's more for when I feel like winter is probably its best time, maybe something like spring as well. Not a bad fragrance. To me, it's nothing too crazy. The projection and longevity is pretty decent though. I would put it a little higher than the original Le Male. But to me, this doesn't really, I feel like this is just like a safe option if you want a signature fragrance. But for me, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna have to put this in B tier. Alright, next up I'm gonna talk about Male Elixir. Now this is probably the most hyped up TikTok fragrance within the past like 2 years. It's the big golden bottle everybody knows now. This is a crazy sweet fragrance. It has a very nice honey note, has a great tobacco note in there as well that makes it pretty masculine. Even though it's super sweet, it's not feminine because of that, which is very nice. And it still has that mint and lavender from the original Le Male, which I very much enjoyed. This is something that you probably don't want to wear in the high heat. I feel like you can, but just really tone down the sprays. This is definitely the best for fall and winter. This is a very mass appealing, vanilla, honey heavy fragrance that honestly I feel like I haven't met a single person that doesn't like this fragrance. Another thing is the longevity and the projection is absolutely insane on this fragrance. It lasts like, I would say, around 24 to pushing 30 hours. This thing is an absolute monster performer. You are definitely going to get your money's worth. The dry down, in my opinion, is the only thing that is not my favorite. I still think it's very good. I actually have it on me right now. I feel like it could use more of that mint and lavender from the opening that I really, really love. If that was incorporated more in the dry down, I think I'd like it a lot more. So that's the only thing that's not that great about it. But this thing is the absolute compliment monster. Everyone's going to smell you. And I'm telling you, everybody loves this fragrance. This to me is a easy S tier as well. Next up, we got Male Elixir Absolute, and this one is a pretty nice fragrance. I wore it yesterday. I tried it on a Sephora, and it's pretty similar to Male Elixir, but I wouldn't say it's redundant just because the Elixir Absolute has this very nice plum note incorporated in it, and it has this cinnamon as well. I feel like it kind of makes it a little more cozy. It's definitely a little more unique in my opinion. With that plum, I feel like you don't really see plum in a lot of fragrances, and it smells pretty refreshing, pretty sweet. This is definitely more for the colder weather as well. I mean, I wore it in summer, or I wore it 2 days ago actually. It was very nice. It performed very well. I would say a little less than Male Elixir, but people are definitely gonna like this more. But honestly, I feel like Male Elixir, the original, is better than this one, unless you really love that plum note, and you just, or if you just want something different than Male Elixir, because everybody has it, especially at like my age and like late high school. I feel like everybody has that fragrance. If you want something a little different, I feel like this is a great option. It's very good. Definitely, I wouldn't say it's definitely not the best Male, so I'm gonna have to put it in A tier. Next up, I'm going to go with the original Le Beau. Now, Le Beau is a very more, it's definitely a tropical fragrance. It's definitely a, summer fragrance. This is a sweet coconut, tonka bean, vanilla fragrance. It's very, like I said, sweet. It has that kind of like vibe of like a very expensive sunscreen in a kind of way. It smells really good, and it actually lasts a very long time on my skin, around 12 hours, which for EDT concentration, that's pretty good. That's very good actually. So I think you guys definitely need to try this one. I feel like a lot of people either love it or hate it. A lot of people think the Le Parfum version overshines it, but to be honest, this EDT version is a really good fragrance for me. Something you would definitely wear like on a beach on a very hot day, and it's not too sweet where it's cloying in the hot heat. I do feel like though that you can wear this all year round. So yeah, I think this is a great fragrance overall. I'm gonna have to put this in A tier. Next up, I'm talking about Le Beau Le Parfum, and to be honest, Le Parfum is just way too sweet in my opinion. This thing is sickeningly sweet. It doesn't even smell like a summer fragrance. It smells like a winter fragrance in my opinion. It's like it has this pina colada vibe, I guess, but it's so sweet to the point, I don't know, for me it kind of smells like Play-Doh. Like this thing does not smell good to me. It's just way too sweet. This thing is like more like a nighttime fragrance, I guess. I guess summer nights you can pull it off, but if you're wearing this in the very hot heat like they say you can wear, you're gonna choke somebody out. This thing is so cloying. It does last a long time. I need to test it a little more probably on my skin, but from my experience, I did not like it really at all. To be honest, this one's gonna go in the C tier, which is gonna get a lot of people mad. Last fragrance on the list is going to be Le Beau Paradise Garden. This is a very minty fragrance. It's also very tropical, and it's not too sweet like the Le Parfum. I would say it's around the sweetness of, I would say a little toned down of the original Le Beau. This one is very minty. It's more green. It has a very nice fig note. It has a lot of coconut as well. This thing, for me, for some reason, I think it's a little woody, even though there's no wood notes in there. I think this is a great more relaxed, kind of more mature summer fragrance. I think this is a great option for someone that wants a signature scent for the summertime. And in my previous video, I put this in the B tier, but to be honest, after thinking about it more, the projection and longevity on this thing, when I tried it from my friend, it literally lasted more than 24 hours. It was, I think, okay, I applied it around 10 a.m. And then the next day at 5 p.m. I could still smell it after one spray on the top of my hand. It was absolutely insane performance on me. And for a summer fragrance, that's unheard of. For this, for me, I'm gonna put this in A tier. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this list. You know, let me know if you agree with it or not. Here's the final list, you know. But yeah, don't forget that this is strictly my opinion, and it's okay to not have the same opinion as me. My nose is kind of strange. I know, like, there's a lot of fragrances people love that I don't. There's a lot of fragrances people hate that I love. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you guys for watching the video all the way through. Don't forget that Jesus loves you, and I'll see you in the next one.